So, a special welcome today as this video coincides with my birthday. A day linked to a number with an almost mystical meaning for me, 5.
5 isn't just the version number of Amplitude by IK Multimedia.
It's also when the TONEX brownsound update dropped.
Five keeps popping up. I was born on the 5th. Van Halen legacy began in 55, like this year's Pope, and it's 2025.
Everything revolves around 5.
And this intro ties to Eddie Van Halen number 5152.
So, this channel has always focused heavily on artificial intelligence. I'd like to discuss TONEX from a technological perspective, given that this is a tech channel emphasizing AI and its potential to achieve incredible, previously unthinkable results. Let's break it down. As you know, we often explore the world of artificial intelligence. Today, I want to delve into an unthinkable achievement in the music field. Just a few years ago, what's happening now was pure sci-fi. The ability to emulate Ed Van Halen's legendary brown sound is truly incredible.
This is what IK Multimedia has achieved, a true demonstration of AI's power in sound modeling, creating digital photographs of audio for those unfamiliar.
They can essentially clone the profile of a specific sound, be it an amplifier, a pedal, or an entire effects chain. So it's different from traditional amplitude and modeling approaches. These are more accurate in setup, but less flexible for sound modification. It's like a pulse response, capturing a moment's state. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, as this is new territory. Let's take a step back. Let's talk about a key player in this story, Eddie Van Halen. As a guitarist, he collaborated with some of the greatest artists, notably his legendary partnership with Michael Jackson. Remember Black Heat? That's what's making this scream mysterious. Well, that iconic Black Heat riff isn't the only example of his genius.
Consider you really got me tone match.
With IK Multimedia's models, we can access that legendary sound, and guitarists are creating tone models capturing countless sound setups. So, besides my own contribution as a guitarist, there's Gaston, I believe, who will show the impressive It's gotten quite a few views, so it's clearly interested many people. This comparison with Cami's Eureka, the studio version of the album version he made, was practically perfect. The mystery of the brown sound Let's talk about the sound variations. Let's discuss the brown sound. Its name comes from a brilliant coincidence. Eddie bought a faulty European amp head but powered it with American plugs. This made the amp tubes underpowered, less bright, giving a warmer yellowish tone. The resulting sound was incredible. Thus, the Variac idea was born, a device that alters the amp's power supply. This intentional underpowering is the true origin of the famous brown sound. That's where the term brown sound comes from, contrary to the legends surrounding this sound. This term, coined to identify the Banana One's tone, actually derives from the underpowered tubes being brown in color. Brown in English plus sound led to the term brown sound. Eddie Van Halen didn't stop at this sonic evolution. He explored new nuances with the Banana One, which was characterized by studio effects like the chamber reverb from Sunset Studio. IC Multimedia now emulates this as a plugin. Many have had good results with this plugin. One notable user is The Lapse, who I greet. He often features the famous active on his page, and I hope he comes across this. Basically, he's the one who's benefited the most from these K Multimedia plugins, as I mentioned earlier. In upcoming videos, if you enjoy this content, I'll also discuss another great amp for the brown sound, Yamaha's modern THR. I'll let you hear the difference. I've basically recreated the balanced sound from the Japan concert. I'll play a snippet of that concert sound here, then let you hear the difference if you can notice it. Now back to K Multimedia's AI. How does the tone model work? How exactly does K Multimedia's AI achieve such incredible results? The core of the system lies in TONEX's AI machine modeling technology. In practice, it works like this. The process begins with capturing the real sound. A physical setup, an amp or pedal, is connected to an audio interface. The TONEX software sends a unique calibrated input signal through this hardware. The output signal or sound is recorded after being processed by the hardware. This is where artificial intelligence comes into play. TONEX's AI analyzes both the sent inputs and the received signal. Through machine learning, the AI learns to replicate the complex input-output relationship. It's as if the software listens and studies how each component alters the sound. So it's not just recording, but a smart system learning the whole chain's complexity. So it manages to reproduce all the dynamics and reactions just like the original analog hardware. Once this in-depth learning process is completed, the AI creates a tone model. This digital model is highly accurate, faithfully replicating the dynamic and tonal behavior of the original hardware, and can be used directly in the Tones software or other devices like the Tones pedal. So, thanks to this AI, we can have sounds like in Grappa Multimedia's latest product, brownsound, which achieves truly impressive results. Thanks to the community, we have many great guitarists with legendary tones like brownsound, but also those of Slash, James Hetfield, and others. A crucial detail always matters. For instance, I can use the case study on brownsound by James Richard Romine and Yuri Lee Kamir as an example, as I mentioned earlier.
A key aspect of Eddie's sound, especially in songs like Ain't Talking About Love, is the unique positioning of the preamp used to shape that tone.
Essentially, the echo effect, the echoplex in this case, is placed at the front of the signal chain instead of at the end. This goes against conventional theory where effects are typically placed at the end of the chain with levels and such.
Putting it up front creates that distinct sound you hear in the intro of Ain't Talking About Love.
I'll demonstrate this using the Tones brownsound plugin by TONEX.
So to give an overview of both the free plugins, quote unquote, and the paid ones from IK Multimedia.
I hope you enjoyed this journey into AI sound modeling and artificial intelligence in music. Innovation continues. Who knows what surprises the future of AI in music will bring us. Let me know what sounds you'd like to see reproduced using artificial intelligence. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Bye, see you next time.